We spend most of our time talking news, politics, policy, and up and at 'em, but not surprisingly, that's not what the majority of Americans are talking about. Our intrepid reporter, Siri Free, spends hours sifting through the landfill of American culture to bring you the top 5 trending topics on social media. So, Siri, what's trending?
Number 5.
Well, what started as the simplest of gestures has turned into a newfound friendship between Minnesota Wild forward Charlie Coyle. Is that correct?
Yes, Charlie Coyle.
Charlie Coyle and a 5-year-old Henry, thanks to a video that has gone viral on the internet.
Oh, yes.
During Minnesota's warm-ups earlier this month, Coyle happened to notice a young fan waving at him from the other side of the glass. The 21-year-old Coyle waved back briefly, and Henry put his hand over his mouth in disbelief that one of his heroes acknowledged him. This is so sweet. I got to say, when I was Miss Minnesota, I saw reactions like this, and it's so endearing.
When you played hockey?
When I played, yeah, right.
No, this is one of the great things about hockey is that you get the ability, especially in skate-arounds like this, the pregame warm-ups, you get the ability to go right on the glass and see your heroes face to face.
That's so neat.
And so it is. I love watching kids' faces when they first walk into the Xcel Energy Center. They can't believe just the look of the arena, and then they get to go down onto the ice and press their faces up against the glass and watch their heroes warming up for the game. They absolutely adore it. And so, yeah, this video, it's got the kid behind the glass. Coyle gives him a smile, and
just waves back at him.
And then they did a nice split screen for where one camera follows the hockey player, another camera follows the hockey fan. And
the little fan pressing his face up against the glass. Well, it's so
adorable.
I appreciate that that athletes like this realize that the role model that they are and the impact that they have like that, as opposed to, I'm sorry, but champion issues purely perhaps for their own attention and for their own to boost their own ego. So the gesture was so simple, but the impact that he will have on this child will no doubt be long lasting.
And I'll have the video forever. That's what I love.
I know that.
Hockey players,
cool.
They're the sweetest guys.
Really?
They make fun of them for being hard
Maybe
hitters.
that's what I
punchers.
need to do.
Well, meet a hockey player?
Yeah.
They're the nicest guys in sports.
Number 4.
Well, 2013 brought us many embarrassing monuments to pop culture, as well as dance forms that worshipped them, including Gangnam Style, the Harlem Shake, and of course our favorite contribution from Miley, twerking. Well, now, with a fresh start in the new year, the blank slate is already starting to fill, which includes a new dance form. Ben?
It's the third day of 2014. How do we have a new dance craze?
It's not confined to this year, but it's gaining popularity now.
What's the new dance
Have you
craze?
ever heard of tutting?
I'm sorry, what? Enunciate.
Tutting.
Tutting?
Tutting.
Tutting. Is this like doing the Egyptian? Because if it is, we did it in the 80s with the Bangles.
It's a little bit different. It's a little bit, it's actually really cool. YouTube and Vine are already ablaze with performers of the new style, which is a type of hand and finger dance that supposedly originates in the 70s funk community.
Okay.
So it's not brand new, but it's just gaining popularity now. It's derived from the positions that people were drawn in the days of the ancient Egyptians. So you were right on there. So when you...
Dun, 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 dun.
No, not like that, Ben.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ben, stop.
No?
No.
All right.
So when you tut, you change the angles of your arms according to the beat. Like you go like this, that, and there.
Yeah, I'm looking at some descriptions online with pictures.
And they like move their fingers really fast. Oh, the more experienced pop when changing from angle to angle, thus refining the style. Tutting is still a greatly respected move, and King Tut, a.k.a. Mark Benson, is widely acclaimed for pioneering this style. You know what? If it takes over for twerking, I am a fan. I am a fan because I am over twerking.
This is like a little like the hand jive.
Yeah.
This isn't body related, so
it can be though,
which is pretty much all butt to this new hand dance, which
I think it's awesome. I'd love to see it.
So if you went to a dance club and you saw all these guys doing these crazy things with their hands, you wouldn't go, "Oh, those guys are kind of weird."
No.
You would be impressed?
I don't know if I'd be impressed. I don't know if I find that super attractive, but I would be impressed.
I'm imagining going on Fox's So You Think You Can Dance, and I just stand up, don't move my feet, and just do this with my hands.
I don't know. No, not quite like, Ben, that's washing your hands, and that's not a dance move.
It's antibacterial.
Yeah, whatever.
Number 3.
Well, as we rein in 2014, Happy New Year's had a whole new meaning in for marijuana enthusiasts in Colorado. The historic first legal sales of recreational marijuana to those 21 and older began 8 a.m. Wednesday at select dispensaries in Colorado, the first state in the nation and the first government in the world to control and regulate a legal recreational marijuana industry.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Even freer than Amsterdam.
Isn't that crazy?
City famous
It is.
for its lack of rules.
Yeah, I know.
Colorado now, you're much freer to get marijuana, but there's still surprising amount of regulation.
There is, and I do appreciate that.
You're only allowed to buy an ounce at a time or own an ounce at a time if you're a resident. You can have an ounce, but you can only buy a quarter of an ounce if you're non-resident.
Right, you can't.
And then you can't smoke it in public.
In public, you have to be 21 or older.
Yep.
You can't smoke and drive at the same time.
You can't be at a restaurant and smoke marijuana at the same time.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to.
You can't even go to a hotel room. You have to find someone's residence and smoke it in their house. That's the only way you can consume the stuff.
Well, I mean, again, it's still a lot freer than it used to be.
Yeah.
The first person to legally purchase pot was an Iraq war veteran who suffers from PTSD. He spent $59.74, including a $10.46 tax.
Okay.
So it's important to note the sales tax is 25% on all recreational marijuana sales. 25%.
So if I buy an ounce at $300, 25% of that, so I'm paying $75 in tax. Wow.
The taxes are expected to generate roughly $70 million in additional revenue for the state.
Wow.
That's an interesting take on how to take care of the budget.
You're not counting the sales tax they get from all the Cheetos and Funyuns they're selling.
Well, maybe if they put a 25% sales tax on that, too.
Don't give them the idea, Siri.
I didn't say that.
Number 2.
Last week, hacker group Gibson Security warned that Snapchat's usernames and phone numbers were vulnerable to hacking. On New Year's Eve, someone made millions of them public. A site called snapchatdb.info, as many people are looking that up now, allows you to download all the data, millions of usernames with associated phone numbers, in a giant spreadsheet. Did you see this? Did you find your name and phone number?
Should I look? 4.6. You're the person who got me on a Snapchat.
I did.
So I blame you.
Well, Ben, it's no problem if you don't send things that
I'm not friends with anyone else on Snapchat. I don't see the. I mean, you send out snaps and stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
It seems to be to. You seem to send Snapchats to groups of people.
I do, because it's a fun way to communicate.
But it looks like you're sending them to me directly.
I know, that's where you got all confused
there's no
last
indication
week.
that it's a group Snapchat. So I never know if a Snapchat that Siri sent me was to me and like 30 other people. Does it warrant a reply?
Yeah, is this
I never know what to do with it.
Is this woman texting me or texting everybody? I want to know because my response will be different.
Oh, this is a whole new fun mind game that I guess for women.
And getting people's hopes up.
The primary function of Snapchat seems to be, from my experience, you take a selfie and you type some text over it. I'm not taking selfies. I absolutely
you take pictures
refuse.
Of your cat.
Exactly. So if I feel the need to reply, I go find my cat.
You do.
I take a picture of it and that's what I'll send.
Well, okay, so supposedly not all of your information has been released on this site. According to the site,
phone numbers are pretty important.
Well, the last two digits of the phone number have been blurred out in order to minimize spam and abuse. But get this. This is what this says.
Only 1 in 100.
The site, which is soliciting, or it says, okay, according to the site, feel free to contact us, however, to ask for the uncensored database. Under certain circumstances, we may agree to release it. It's soliciting Bitcoin donations.
Yeah, they want you to pay to be able to spam these phone numbers.
That's outrageous.
And here's the thing. This is a list of mobile phone numbers.
Yes.
This is a list that a lot of people don't have. That
a lot of people would love to get their hands on.
Because all the lists they have are of landline phone numbers.
Exactly.
And a lot of telemarketers.
Last thing I need is a telemarketer to start calling my cell phone.
Your mobile phone. It would make it impossible. Here's what's really annoying. Snapchat said Thursday that it knew for months about the security loophole that allowed hackers this week to harvest.
You gotta be kidding me.
So the people behind Snapchat knew for months that this was a possibility and did nothing about it.
Well, here's the moral of the story. Nothing is really private. My mother told me this. We've been told this. Treat everything you post like your grandma is going to read it. That's kind of what I follow.
So use social media as if your grandma's watching.
My grandma has a Facebook. She does read all my posts.
Oh, dear, I heard you on Ben's internet girlfriend. How dare you?
No, she would say, that's why you stay away from Craigslist and sites like that.
And finally,
Number 1.
Well, with the new year, you can bet that 2 things will trend online: New Year's resolutions and past year's regrets. There's no doubt 2013 left much to remember as well as regret. Reflecting on my weekly trends that I gave you in 2013, here's my top 13 trends I'm happy to leave behind in 2013. Number 13. Did you hear the phrase, oh, kill 'em?
no.
That was supposedly a big thing that people would say, kind of like, oh, get it, yeah, go for it. Oh, kill him. I'm over that.
I'm glad I never heard it.
Battling Alec Baldwin, I'm over that, number 12.
He's gotten annoying. Because he's a liberal, he can say offensive things and he doesn't get, he gets away with it.
Yeah, we all go after Phil Robertson for his, whatever. Number 11, Jordans, the tennis shoe that we've already seen in the 80s. I'm sorry, it's nothing new, so
Air
quit
Jordans?
freaking out about it. Yeah. 10, verbalizing the word hashtag summer 2013 or 2014, hashtag awkward, hashtag people when they say that, it drives me nuts.
Hashtag YOLO.
Please stop.
All right.
Yeah. Number 9, lame debuts from Apple that are actually not that groundbreaking.
How dare you?
She's absolutely right.
I am a follower of Apple. I'm a devotee, but tell you what.
They have to reinvent the technology every year.
They just got to come up with something new. That's all I'm asking.
Hardware
Or
takes
just stop treating it like it's a big deal.
Right?
That's what's annoying.
They've been doing this meeting every year.
It's not that the updates aren't groundbreaking. It's that they act like they're going to be.
No, the customers expect that they're going to be. Apple doesn't do that. Apple doesn't
Stop
do that.
defending Apple.
I love Apple.
Exactly. I do too. Number 8, deleted tweets. Honestly, people, if you're going to write it, stand by it. Otherwise, don't write it at all.
Twitter needs us to give the option to edit our tweets.
No.
Because I
agree.
mostly delete my tweets because of spelling errors.
Yep.
I don't know. I've seen enough goofs this year. Number 7, Instagram posts of nasty food. Yes, Martha, I'm talking to you. Number 6, the word ratchet. I'm over it.
Ratchet?
Yes. Oh, that's so ratchet. She's so ratchet. Stop it.
I thought you
never heard of
that.
in that context.
Okay, well, now you can leave it behind.
Your friends from Detroit Lakes talk funny.
This is like out in the East Coast. Probably hasn't even hit here. Number 5, quick half bald head hairstyle where women shave half their head. I don't get it.
It doesn't work for me. It shouldn't work for you.
No. Number 4, Kanye's whining and untamed rants. I'm done hearing from him this year. The word turn up. Number 3, I want to get turned up.
Vegetable?
No, turn up like I want to get drunk and party.
Oh.
I'm over it.
Hammer
Number
D.
2, bathroom selfies. Stop going in the public restrooms and taking a picture of yourself with toilets in the back.
My favorite is like the mothers that will take a selfie of themselves with their kids on the toilet in the background.
Yes.
And here's a tip: if you're going to use they use the bathroom selfie because they can use the mirror.
Yes.
Turn your phone around. You can see the reflection so that your phone isn't in the shot.
Exactly.
And
number one
thing from 2013, you want to go away.
Twerking. I'm over it.
Done with twerking,
Done.
but she's up for tutting.
I am.
Siri, thank you so much for your trending topics, and thank you so much for filling in this Friday.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you for having me.